What's up, mortals? It's Dante from the anime Underworld, and today we are going over chapter 250 of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, titled Chaos Lancelot. We got a colored cover page for this mile marker, and I think it could have been a lot better. I think giving us a colored page of Chaos Lancelot was a good idea. I just don't think adding Guinevere in it was the best decision. Good God, what the hell is wrong with her spine? In the last chapter, everyone was made aware about what kind of threat Lancelot will be as the villain. And in this chapter, we get to see the full potential of Chaos Lancelot. What do I mean by that? Well, let's get into it. We begin chapter 250 not in Leonis, but actually in Camelot, or what's left of it, as one of its remaining citizens gives a speech. Are all of us aware of the events of the past few days? The smiles, the cheers of those whose wishes came true are gone. The vast land taken from Britannia is gone. Barely recognizable. There is a group of knights still in the dimension of Camelot, with two individuals addressing the troops. His Majesty is still sadly missing, his status unknown. We have no access to his guidance. I guess they're not aware about what happened with Kath. We must make our own decisions on what to do. And all of this was caused by the four Knights of the Apocalypse. If we defeat them, Camelot is certain to regain its former glory once more. Oh, you poor naive fools. The female knight continues to address what's left of Camelot's forces. By the name of the Knights of Chaos, we must find and destroy these hated Knights of Prophecy. And especially Lancelot, the God of War, that killed so many of our brethren. She then explains to them, we have word that they are currently active in Camelot itself. We will deploy two forces, one to divert them and one to stage a surprise attack. She looks upon the loyal knights of quote-unquote King Arthur and tells them the plan. The former will pose as local citizens to catch him off guard. Yeah, really convincing disguises. And the latter will swoop in and strike them. And it's here that we figure out the names of these two commanding knights. With the lady calling to her male companion, keep your guard up, Cardew. And Cardew replying, you keep yours up, Deanston. They seem nice. Don't get attached to them. Deanston walks away from her companion and boastfully tells him, I've survived 2 battles with Lancelot, keep in mind. With Cardew being very aware. Yes, make it happen again. However, the female Knight of Camelot is very concerned about Lancelot, specifically his strength. She notes that he doesn't wield magic like Gawain, he doesn't bear demon blood like Tristan, nor does he possess the life force of Percival. To them, his magic is unknown, but she knows that Lancelot is called the strongest of them, and for good reason. His dominant battle sense, his ability to finish it all in one strike, there is a reason he is called the God of War. She then addresses her forces, the quote-unquote common folk, to rile them up, to get into character. You are posing as common folk, okay? No hostility. Sick old men left behind. Desperate men, looking for their partners, and action. Yeah, really good acting. You get the Academy Award. Good for you. With her squad set up for the trap, she is ready to take on the God of War. I have to put an end to the hardships he's put me through. I must defeat him and restore prosperity to the land of Camelot. Yeah, good luck with that. Cardew is now addressing his force, announcing to them, your resolve and your endurance will be tested for the next hours, maybe even days. Our surprise attack force may lay low and wait for them. Well, that didn't take long, much to the horror to the Knights of Camelot.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
The last thing that Cardew will ever hear is the cold, menacing voice of Chaos Lancelot saying to him, "Shining Road." Tristan and her squad break character because the God of War nuked their entire attack force. They were supposed to be the bait, and they watch in horror as their comrades are blown to smithereens. Blown up with what is essentially a magical tactical nuke.
You'll be fine, rub some dirt on it.
They turn around to see all of their allies blown to bits, their body parts flying through the air. All Tristan can do is look with horror in her eyes and look at what has become of Lancelot. No longer the God of War, but now with his raw power, stands before them as the God of Destruction.
No way out. No way out. No way out.
Lancelot's chaotic spear charges up for another attack. Tristan warns all of her remaining allies. The operation is off. All of you, flee, disperse at once. Right before Lancelot attacks with another Shining Road. The God of Destruction sends another blast towards Tristan's group, blasting many of them into bits and pieces, obliterating them into atoms, with whoever was lucky fleeing for their lives. And it's here on this shot we see the power of Hazy Moon. The same attack created these two ginormous craters that dug into what's left of the Earth. Not only that, but we also see that, oh yeah, these guys are on a floating island. Where are they going to hide? The leading knight and her comrades flee for their lives. Unfortunately for these poor sods, Lancelot noticed and sends another Shining Road, this time aimed at Tristan, and obliterating anyone else along the way without a care in the world. Before Shining Road can hit her, at a last-ditch effort, she uses her magic decoy, creating a white but similar copy of herself, one that takes Shining Road's magical force head on. Tristan's decoy takes the blast, leaving the real one tumbling for her life. She might be hurt, but luckily she is still alive. She hides from the God of Destruction as her comrades' body parts just fly through the air after Lancelot's numerous Shining Road attacks, and notes that Shining Road actually does have one little weakness, stating the only weakness of Shining Road, it chases its targets down, so with the right decoy, you could find a way to dodge it. I don't think that's gonna help much. And while hiding, she has the gall to yell at her comrades, "Survive for me, guys, stay alive, and we'll have the chance to fight back."
Stop exploding, you cowards!
However, Lancelot is done using Shining Road. He twists and whirls his spear and prepares for another attack. The area grows dark and all the light gathers above him, with his weird wing appendage thing covering up Guinevere. We then see Lancelot unleash a new spell upon the Knights of Camelot. Not Shining Road, but the Remnants of Destruction. The area turned black, and all that's lighting up the area is a bright, shiny moon. Lancelot is keeping Guinevere out of the light. But what's so dangerous about it? Even Tristan thinks that it's so beautiful. She's mesmerized by it, saying, "So beautiful, so very beautiful." In her eyes, she bore witness to something beautiful, but to our eyes, we see this terrifying effect of the moon spell, with the Knight of Camelot disintegrating into nothing, leaving behind only her clothes. If I had to die one way, I would certainly take this one compared to the other. At least I would die looking at something beautiful and not horrific.
No! Harry, no! Don't look at the light! I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
I can't say the same for what's left of the attack force. At the last minute, they figured out what was going on behind this magic. They had to hide from the light. But it was too little too late, as many of them dissolved into nothing, leaving behind nothing more than the clothes on their back. Lancelot looks over what's left of the island. There is no one left. They all lie before him, dead. If there were any survivors, they were never gonna make it. As he takes off and looks upon what's left of Camelot, the islands and ruins that float before him, and completely obliterates them with his magic. Galahad was right when he told everyone that Lancelot is not one to go all out when someone close to him needs protection, because this is the god of war on full display, as he destroys everything before him without hesitation. I made a video about Lancelot's potential as a villain with the power of chaos, and this chapter massively aids in the discussion that even if the other knights could get their chaos weapons, they would be massively screwed. This chapter shows what Lancelot Unleashed is like. Through all the destruction and mayhem that Lancelot has caused to Camelot, or what's left of it, his eyes soon twitched and looked over his shoulder to behold another island ready for his rampage. Oh, but it's not just any island. It's the island home of his once beloved sister mentor and current stalker, Jericho. Oh god, no. Jericho is just casually setting down a whole tea set when her fake Lancelot, Fake-a-Lot, comes barging through the door in a frantic manner. It's rough outside. The lands keep fading out, and he warns her that they have to go. But where? Jericho's tall, fake Lancelot says, anywhere as long as I'm with you. Yeah, this is really her Lancelot. She holds the imposter's shoulders and stares at him with a weird, loving smile. Lancelot, even though that's not you, I too will go anywhere with you, even to hell itself. She's lost in the sauce here, folks. The fake Lancelot has a smile of relief upon his face while Jericho tells him, I abandoned the chance I was given after betraying those dear to me. If this is my punishment, I'll gladly take it. And so, with her final act, Jericho, in her final moments, would do the very thing that she loved. And that was the fake Lancelot, bracing one another within their arms as she happily proclaimed, I was so happy. She braced her fake Lancelot within the island paradise that chaos had created for her. All of the hopes and dreams of paradise that she betrayed her comrades for was all destroyed by the real Lancelot and his magnificent godly power. Jericho would go out dying in the small paradise that she had created, but at least knowing she did so by betraying those she loved. Again, I have to mention my previous video with Chaos Lancelot and what he was going to do. My theory was that he would turn Jericho into a Knight of Evil replacement with Chaos Jericho, but now that theory, just like Jericho, is dead.
Oh no! Anyway.
And so we end chapter 250 with Guinevere now deciding to wake up, realizing that she is in the arms of her beloved Lancelot, now as the terrifying god of destruction, cursing Jericho. You're just so stupid. Ending chapter 250 with us fans given only a small taste of Lancelot's pure, undiluted power. Camelot is most likely destroyed. All he has to do now is go to Britannia. And we'll have to see what will await us in chapter 251. If you love 7 Deadly Sins and 4 Nights of the Apocalypse material, hit that like button, comment down below what you thought about this chapter and the chapter review. Hit that like button, hype up the channel, and subscribe for more content coming your way very soon. This has been Dante from the Anime Underworld, and I'll see you mortals later.